Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on the test account, and that is right, the patch is up, which means we're going to get to look at our new Draconic hero and see exactly what he is. Now, I think it's Melion. So Melion, as you can see, has that circling kind of protection, and he is support. So very similar to Nyla, he is coming out support, and he is also crowd control, which is pretty interesting. So he is a crowd control support hero. So again, let's run through these skills and abilities, see what he is all about. So the ultimate skill, the precepts prevail. So he uses the Dragon Fury to summon 2 moving walls. So that's the ultimate ability. It's very similar to what we see to Scrath. Enemies caught between the walls are pushed to the center. So he actually centers everything, just like we used to do with the 5-pull with Scrath. Putting everyone literally in one line. When the wall shatters, they deal Dragon Speed damage 320% of the attack rating, stunning the enemies for 3 seconds and reducing their movement speed by 50%. That's a pretty big buff. And also a crowd control. So if you can get his cycle going faster for the ultimate ability, you can actually get this pretty quick. And a 3-second stun, again, during that time, being able to regenerate some of your energy is going to make a big difference. He is immune to control effects while casting the skills. If Melion's Exemplar is alive, the light wall pushes the enemy towards their position. If the skill Restraining Discipline is unlocked, an additional seal array appears when the wall shatters. Wow. We're going to have to see exactly what that does look like. So the precept power. So every time he casts a spell, he accumulates precept power. So basic attack are 2 points. Restraining Discipline are 4. Precepts prevail 6. Exemplary Conduit 10. Precept power is capped at 100 points. When the skill inflicts control and effects on an enemy, every 1 point increases the duration of the control effect by 0.5 seconds. Talk about a PvP hero. If you're at 100 points, and that is going to increase the duration up to 0.5. And then looking here, precept power gain from normal attacks is increased to 3, increase to 6, then increase to 9. That means he is going to hit this cap pretty quick, depending on what he's doing. And of course, this is going to extend the duration of the crowd control. So it's almost like Scarath in combination with Khazard kind of put together as a hero. Now looking at the Restraining Discipline, so he activates a rune to cast light magic, targeting enemies with the highest damage. Wow, so it's not the highest attack rating, it is the highest damage. The attack deals damage through 230% of the attack rating to targets and immobilizing them. So again, every one of these effects have had crowd control, which is kind of crazy. In addition, a seal aura is created that prevents enemies within it from ulting. So now they're canceling out the ultimate abilities like Aziz. You talk about a hero that is going to be powerful. The damage goes up. As the precept power increases, it extends the duration of the sealing array. Then enemies caught in 2 sealing arrays at once are prevented from healing, and those in 3 arrays can now recover energy. Wow. So you're locking out the ultimate abilities, you are locking out the healing, you are locking out the energy recovery, and you are stunning the hero in the meantime. You talk about a broken hero. Exemplary Conduit. At start of battle, he selects the Draconic hero among his allies with the highest initial attack rating. That's the reason why they showed him with Gwen. So that is going to be pretty interesting, excluding himself as exemplar, boosting their attack speed, critical rating, and dragon speed amplification by 36. Running him with Nyla might be kind of broken. Also running him with Gwen, just kind of based on the build, is going to be very, very cool to see. While casting the skill, he's immune to control effects. If he dies, the exemplar buff remains for 6 seconds, 12 seconds. When the exemplar deals damage, the closer they are and the enemy are in the same row, the more damage is dealt, up to a 60% increase. So thinking of that, so this is where, again, in the video, the little short clip that we've seen of him deals more damage to them in the same row. So if this is taking them and putting them in the same row with a stun, the damage is going to be amplified with Gwen by the 60%. Then, of course, you have everything else that this hero offers, which again is going to be kind of crazy. You're going to be able to lock entire teams down with the skills and abilities of one single hero. That is broken. A lot of players were also saying that it is the awakened version of, or the enlightened version of Shmira. And you can also see he has kind of a tail. There is kind of a tail back here. You can see the hand here, and then it almost looks like a robe, but I don't know what's going on with the tail back there. So the surefire binding, which of course is the binding that is going around him. At the start of battle, he gains 3 energy for each point of initial insight he has. So if you're buffing insight on him, he is going to start with a lot of energy. At the start of battle, he gains 5 energy for each point of insight. When he takes fatal damage, he consumes any available preset power to avoid the death. For the next 1 second, he is immune to all damage. So now he has a cheat death in there and recovers 20% of his maximum health per second. Each point of preset power consumed extends the duration effect by 0.3. So if he's at 100 power, that's going to be a pretty good delay in there. At the start of battle, the preset power goes to 0.5. And then when he maxes out preset power, his normal attack is replaced with the skill Restraining Discipline, which deals additional damage equal to 5% of the max health, up to 400%. So 40 on him if he's going to do damage, which we're going to find out, is going to be kind of crazy. So looking at his furniture, when Melion or an exemplar deals normal damage, they inflict 120% health loss based on their combined attack rating. This effect can be triggered once every or 5 times every 1 second. Wow. When the applies the control effect, the target takes 36 more damage for 5 seconds. This increase damage from Melion and his exemplar is calculated separately. They're giving him a damage boost on top of everything else with essentially the other target that is there. And it does have to be a Draconic hero. The Draconic hero among his allies. Wow. So he is going to have to run with those Draconic heroes. That is very, very broken for a hero. All right, let's check out these skills and abilities. And I want to see kind of what it looks like in here. So let's slow it down. All right, so he stays stationary, and you can see the little 3s. There's a 6 that's popping up. Boom, there's another 3. And there's the ultimate ability. So he pulls all of them together. And they're in this little aura right here. You can see there's a buff. The aura actually moved right there when it was recasted. I don't see where it's showing. I mean, I can see the energy going up down here, but I don't see any counter to where he's using everything else. But look at that wall. Wow. That is pretty cool looking. Let's go ahead and try him in here. I'm hoping they gave us a Draconic hero, which they did. They gave us Gwen. Let's just try these 2 in here. This is kind of similar to what they did run before. I want to see if he can take a little bit of damage up front. And it turned him around. So boom, there's Gwen. Yeah, Gwen just dropped everybody. Which of course 10 million. So 0 damage in there. Let's see if we can get some of the damage. And again, just thinking of the buffing, thinking of the Draconic heroes. That's where, because we only have Gwen. So I've been thinking though, if we have, let's say Ulna, that way we can see, we can lock the hero down. But I'm thinking anyone else. I mean, we have some traps in here. We have some tanks. Let's drop out the Draconic hero. See kind of what we can do. So we got some tanks in here. That's kind of odd that the hero didn't do any damage. There we go. We got Oberyn right back here. Think took fatal damage. There's the wall. Yeah, so went down pretty quick right there. But again, I mean, support hero with an immunity buff, though. Let's see where we're at for the damage. 1.22. So again, damage doesn't seem like it's going to be that high, but the crowd control aspect, I mean, absolutely broken within the PvP aspect. And then, of course, looking at the ability to buff up the Draconic heroes is going to be an absolute game changer for this hero. All right, guys, so that is going to do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And then always, thank you guys for watching.